Welcome to the Psychology Club podcast, brought to you by Vicente Martinez High School.
Welcome back to the Psychology Club podcast. Today marks our 100th video. Woo! And today's topic is a very sensitive topic that's currently going on. It's immigration and mental health. And we have our expert here, Yadira Zapata. Yeah? And she's gonna, be telling us about this. So, can you tell us a little bit about your role in supporting students who are learning English as a second or third language?
Yeah, so I do want to say that I am not an expert by trade or education, more so just lots of experience. So I just wanted to say that, so don't, I don't have a bunch of research to share with you, but so my role in the district, so I oversee all programs and services related to students that are considered English language learners. So both supporting, when a family indicates that maybe their child is that English is not their primary language, so going through that assessment process. And then once they're designated, making sure that we're providing programs, both within the classroom and out of the classroom to support our students as they develop their English language proficiency.
Hi, I'm Gabby. What are some stressors students and families face when first moving to a new country?
So this can be a lot of different things. So I want you to just imagine. Imagine one day you go home and your family is like, hey, next week we're packing up our whole life and we're moving to Japan, right? So part of that could feel okay, we're going to Japan. It might feel exciting, but a lot of that too, it's well, what does that mean? And why are we leaving now? And who's coming with us? And what do we get to take with us, right? And so there's a lot of different factors. So it could be stressors of just who in the family gets to come and who in the family is left behind, essentially. What is life going to look like when you move to a new country? Do you speak the language? Do you know the culture? Do you know the food? Do you know the fashion? Even just things that kind of seem maybe simple that we don't think about. When you're kind of dropped into a brand new place, there's so many different things. And I think especially for students, the way that school operates here in the United States is very different than the way it operates in other countries. Even sometimes just when students are in school, what does that day look like? How many classes are they taking? So honestly, there's so many different ways it can impact a family.
Yeah. My name is Stevie. And how can language barriers affect students' mental health or sense of belonging?
So same thing. I want you to kind of picture, right? You move to a country and you don't speak that language, right? And so automatically you kind of have this gap of feeling like you belong because you don't speak the same language, right? And so I think that's a layer. And I think also just kind of that mental health. I think it's when you feel like you can't communicate and you feel like no one might understand you, that can really weigh heavy on you, right? And so you're trying to find means. We're so lucky now that we have so much technology that we can really leverage to have a student speak in their home language and for us to find ways to translate it and understand them. But that adds a layer, right? There's kind of a delay, trying to ensure that what they're saying I'm really understanding. But it just kind of creates a little bump we got to get over and how are we going to communicate and not even just communicate, but really understand each other and really understand our students to understand what do they need and what can we provide to help them. Yeah.
My name is Jurley. What kinds of pressures do students experience when they have to translate for their families or navigate systems on their own?
I'm going to actually answer this from a personal lens. And so my family immigrated to this country in the mid-'80s. And so my dad came first and then saved up money, was able to bring my mom and my 3 siblings over. And that's kind of a long and crazy story, but I was born here. And so, my first language was Spanish. And then right before I started kindergarten, my siblings started speaking to me in English because they had such a challenge when they came in 4th grade, 5th grade, 2nd grade, to try to learn the language and go to school and have all these big adjustments. And so before I went to kindergarten, they started speaking to me in English so I could learn English, and I went to school and I spoke English. So I was kind of set up in that way. But because I was, the one that kind of went through schooling my whole life in English and blah, 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 I was oftentimes translating for my mom or for grandma, and the stress of am I saying the right thing? Do I know that vocabulary? Am I communicating what my parent is saying? Is she getting the information that she needs? It's a lot to navigate from when you're like 10. And it could be something simple as like, hey, call and order us a pizza. And it's like, oh God, I don't know. I'm 9. Like, why do I have to call Pizza Hut? So up to like, I don't know, I got this document from like your school. What is this telling me? Or, hey, I got this like document from like an immigration lawyer. Like, what is this saying to us? It's like, oh gosh. So a lot of stressors, right? I think.
I relate to that,
yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. But, so I'm going to just answer that one from my own personal experience and just assuming, right, that like that's relatable to a lot of different people.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
How does the English language learner program help reduce stress or anxiety for new students like coming to the country?
Yeah, so I mean our goal is to both like validate who our students are, like really celebrating like, hey, like we're so happy you're here, like we see you, we want to know more about you and your culture and your family, and like really validate them. And see them as a person, and then hopefully as well, like what the programs and services we can offer will help them feel like we are there to help them. Like we're not just like, I don't know, good luck. So we're here to help, that they feel like there are people that are there to support them, and then of course like helping them develop their language skills, so then they can feel like they are making friends and able to communicate and able to then also learn and earn an education, which oftentimes is why their family came here in the first place. So,
what classrooms or school practice help students feel more connected and less isolated?
I mean, I think there's a lot of things. I think one, kind of going to that idea of ensuring that we see our students as an individual, right? Like learning about our students, connecting with our students, any way that we can celebrate our students and bring in materials that highlight different perspectives, different stories, are representative of who is in our community and who's in our classroom. So I think those are kind of like things that we can do in terms of like bringing in materials, acknowledging our students, trying to connect with them. I think those are kind of first line. And then I think a lot of what we can do is like the strategies that we use in our classroom. So not everybody learns the same way. And so how am I creating opportunities for students to like read something or listen to something or write about it or speak about it? I think speaking is such a huge component that we don't always get a ton of time to do in class, because it takes time to like let you talk and then get your attention back and get everyone like back together. But I think speaking is such an important factor to really build into classrooms, and like having students interact with each other like in academic ways and like be able to share feedback, and then just hopefully like bridge some gaps of maybe I've never spoken to this student, but through this classroom activity, I got to speak with them and they were really nice. Like now I know who they are. So I think those are a couple of like the starter pack of like how you can start doing that.
Thank you.
Right. What can students do to better support immigrant students and create an inclusive environment?
I think a lot of those same things. So I think, right, when you have a new student, we don't know their story, right? Like we don't know where people are coming from or what their status is, and that's kind of not our business, right? But I think when there's a new student, like being that person that's like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Like, I'm Jerlie, I'm Gabby, I'm Naomi, I'm Stevie, right? Like, it's nice to meet you. Like, where are you coming from? Like, do you know how to get to your classroom? Do you know like where to get lunch? Like just making sure that people feel like that they're seen and like an easy connection. So I think that's a really easy way. And I think another thing that students can do and anyone can do is like really like, what word do I want to use here? Like, stop things from happening. So if you notice that like someone is being like talked down to or bothered or like made fun of, like it's easy, it's like a thing you could do, right? Like it's not always the easiest to be the first person to be like, hey, stop that, but it's such a huge thing you can do to like really be like, who are we as a school? Who am I as a person? Who am I representing, right? And like just being like, hey, like that's not cool, right? You don't have to go into this like big thing. It's like, hey, that's not cool, don't do that. Like, hey, come with me, let's go over here, right? Like kind of interrupting what's happening and then bringing that person with you to like safety, essentially.
Taking away from the situation.
Yeah, getting away from the situation. Yeah, and like, again, like I know it's not always easy to be the one that's like, hey, don't do that. But if you don't do it, like,
who will?
Yeah. Right? Like someone may not, right? And then it just keeps happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some benefits to being multilingual?
So many benefits. So being multilingual, right, means speaking more than one language. And so, like when we break that down, being bilingual or multilingual can mean a bunch of different things. Like it can mean like you're fully fluent in multiple languages. It can mean you have some skills in additional languages. So like I know sometimes students like they can understand the other language. They may not always be able to produce it, but the fact that they can understand it, like that is a highlight of like multilingualism, right? And so benefits, I think, one, it just enables you to like learn more languages, like because you can build off of what you already know. From like when you go to like get a job, like the fact that you can speak multiple languages or understand multiple languages, that makes you a more desirable candidate, right? Like if really like if you're identical to someone else but you can speak another language, like you're more likely to get that position. You can get scholarships for it. Like lots of organizations will like give scholarships because you like speak other languages. You can go abroad and have more chances of like engaging and communicating with people. There's also this thing you can earn through the school. You kind of do it through high school, but you can earn something called the Seal of Biliteracy. And so it means that like through your schooling, you're demonstrating that you are proficient in English and an additional language. So I can talk more about that, but there's like ways you can show that. And then when you graduate, you earn this like special seal that goes on your diploma. It's super, it's really nice. It's like this gold seal. And like something we started last year was now we give stoles. So you get like a really nice stole to wear at graduation. Cute. Yay, I love that response. That was like the goal.
I need to speak more languages.
Yes, so you can like earn this like stole and like wear it at graduation. We at senior awards night, like you would get like a certificate and your stole, and then at graduation, like you get to wear it and like rock it.
That's cool.
So that's really fun. I mean, just like, right, like being a part of your community, like maintaining like your cultural and linguistic ties to like your heritage, your ancestors, or even just like if it's something that maybe isn't from your own background, like something you've acquired and learned along the way, like just being able to connect with more people. So that's kind of like my bread and butter. Like I love being like learn languages, like celebrate languages. And, you know, I think so many places around the world really like celebrate and value people learning multiple languages. And I'm trying to do some things in our district to kind of like elevate and celebrate that some more. So stay tuned, more coming.
Yeah, that's really
that was a good question.
Yeah, that was a good question.
That was like really good.
All of these are really good.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's better if we all connect. You know, don't let like culture separate you. You know, like, go out there and like meet people.
Yeah.
Okay, our last question is, what are some multilingual resources to help anybody struggling with mental health?
Okay, let me think about that one for a minute.
Fill out your notes.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I mean, I think first and foremost, right, like accessing what is available through school, like making connections with a trusted adult, a trusted peer that can help you connect with that. Multilingual resources. I'm trying to think if I know anything specific. I don't know if I have a good answer for this one.
No worries.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because they can always, whoever's watching can always ask anyone around them.
That's true. That's a good point.
Or use your resources. Use Google.
Use your network.
Or it's more helpful than you think. Just gotta search out the right things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for saving me on that one.
Of course.
Thank you, Ms. Zapata, for joining us today. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Share to all your multilingual
And
friends.
turn on your post notification button.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.